Chair recognizes Mr. Timmons from South Carolina.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. DeJoy, thank you for being here today. I want to talk to you about the next generation delivery vehicle fleet. I represent Greenville and Spartanburg, South Carolina. Oshkosh has decided to manufacture tens of thousands of NGDVs in my district, and there was recent media reporting that the incoming administration may cancel the contract. And I want to walk through that because I think that the media report was inaccurate, and I think a very reasonable policy is on the horizon that I'm actually excited about. So the original contract was entered into in March of 2022, and the initial order was 50,000 NGDVs in a mix of 90% internal combustion engine and 10% battery electric vehicle. Is that correct?
I'm not sure the exact date, but yeah, that was the split.
Generally.
Yeah,
and how did you come up with the 90-10 ratio of internal combustion to electric vehicles?
We needed the design, and the acquisition had been on the table for 6 or 7 years.
Okay, so why was it changed in February of 23 to go to 70% electric vehicles to 30% combustion engine?
6 years prior to my being here, the acquisition of a next generation vehicle was on the table. Okay, I came here. We needed vehicles. I I worked with the board, and the purchasing people made the selection. I pushed to move forward, of which 90% we ordered the 50,000 vehicles. And we said, let's dip our toe and look at what electric vehicles will do for us.
So you made a business decision to go 90-10.
We made a business decision.
That was probably a good decision at the time, right?
Right.
So why did Congress then force you to switch that to 70-30?
Well, we had about 500 lawsuits. In order to buy vehicles, I have to go through a whole bunch of different, I have to file an SEIS report, I have to go through the EPA, I have to go through all the state stuff, so on and so forth.
So it was against your business judgment to deviate from the 90% internal combustion engine and 10% electric vehicle, and you completely flipped to 70-30 electric vehicle to combustion engine. Why did that happen?
I didn't completely flip. It was a process that went on over a number of months, dealing with all the different activities we had, and eventually, I would not be at this particular point in time if you didn't give us the $3 billion.
Okay, so if we switch back to 90% combustion engine and we fulfill the order, will that meet your business judgment, and will that allow you to deliver mail?
Will it allow me to deliver mail?
Will it achieve the objective of getting you new vehicles? Okay, let's put it this way.
I think we are down this path. It's a good path.
I've talked to Oshkosh. They can switch back to 90-10. They don't care. So if
I don't want to discuss my contracts here.
Okay, well, I care about jobs in my district, and I want to make sure that you get the new vehicles that you need.
And I guess I helped you out here.
And oh yeah, well, but this is the thing. I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. You need new vehicles, and there's no reason that we should spend $1 billion plus more dollars to impose a Green New Deal mandate on the post office. So we're going to work to switch back to what was your best business judgment: 90% combustion engine, 10% electric vehicles, and we're going to work with
business judgment at the time with
what changed in 10 months.
Well, a lot has changed in 10 months with regard to the nation's initiative to electrification, to other initiatives that we have with regard to carbon burning. We're a carbon burning pig, right? We run around the country.
All right. Okay, let's put it this way. If the incoming Trump administration wants to switch back to 90% combustion engines, can they do that through executive action?
I have my plan. Then we're proceeding with the plan that we have, unless unless you receive direction from Congress and the executive branch, because you're going to get it. Direction is, I always get direction, right? It has to be legislation.
Okay. Does it have? Was it legislatively mandated to switch from 90% combustion engine, 10% electric vehicle to 70% battery, 30%?
I was given $3 billion, and I worked a process and a methodology.
When were you given $3 billion? In the Inflation Reduction Act?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think any American believes that that reduced inflation, and that money needs to go back
I don't know
to
what you
addressing
want.
our debt and
I
our
don't-
deficit, and we can't spend
But then
recklessly.
you
This
shouldn't have
is-
passed it, sir.
I didn't vote
Shouldn't
for it,
have
I
passed
can
it.
promise you that.
You shouldn't
And
have
guess what?
passed it.
Congress is about to fix it. So I look forward to working with the incoming Trump administration to right this ship and to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars. They are out of balance, and I want to protect the environment as much as anybody, but we got $36 trillion in debt. We run a $2 trillion deficit. This is reckless, and we need to be competitive in the global economy, and we can't do that if we spend money we don't have. I'm one of millions of Americans that had planned to purchase a house that can't because my 2.5% mortgage is looking up at a 7% interest rate. So this had consequences. It hurt the American people, and we're going to fix this. So with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back. Thank you.